get started. We're good to go. I'm gonna say shalom, shalom. It's your brother Mayaka Allah here once again. In the highways and hedges, in the chief places of concourse, as commanded by Adawan, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, shalom to your one Bakar, brother Mashak, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Brakatam. Before I get started, I'm gonna turn towards the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I want to say shalom to the elected nation of Israel, who we endure all things for. Shalom to all the Akim wa Akwakim who believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai unto the bitter end. I say yet again, shalom. So yet again, another day in Babylon the Great and across the four corners of the earth. And whose kingdom? The so-called white man's kingdom, Esau, Edom, where it's only getting worse and worse over time due to the pride of these people. And they can't see that their own pride is their detriment. Their pride is literally their own destruction. And the Lord is counting their days, and he's already numbered them to the wrath that he has foretold since the beginning of time. And that's what we should be focused on. Prophecies. Prophecies, that's all that matters in this life. Let me start in the book of Sirach, chapter 39, starting at the top, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of Yahweh Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof. We're occupied in the laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because that's what makes us righteous. Now that we don't have the whole righteousness as a whole, we need Yahweh Shai himself to be the fulfillment of the entire law itself. Because without Yahweh Shai, everything that we do when it comes to righteousness and its sake, it means nothing. We need a savior. Our savior is Yahweh Shai himself. He's the one, that the only begotten son that founded us from the very beginning. Adorat Tzazak, we be the same ones that were founded since the predestination of this entire world and everything about it. Because there's somebody that's supposed to get saved, and that's the elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else, nothing really matters about y'all. Your life is nothing but vanity and vexation of spirit at that. Let's keep going. And is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and our ancient forefathers. You know, Moses, Elijah, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. All these great men were literally responsible for the upliftment of our people. We look at them and everything that they've been through and how they kept the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and do to the best of our ability, literally run the same exact race as them. Because they're our ancient forefathers. And guess what? If you can receive it, they're back here once again, preaching Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and his righteousness, preaching the destruction of Babylon the Great and all the wickedness that's promoted in the society. Because contrary to popular belief, this society is crumbling. Financially, socially, morally, all these people are destitute. Just look at them. They're so happy because they got paid today, and they're going to use that same money that they got today to spend it on some bullshit. That's a fact. We know that's a fact, because all y'all care about is money and all about mirth, which is there's nothing wrong with mirth, but when that's all you care about, that's all you're occupied in, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has nothing to do with you, because you're not putting him at the forefront of your day. And isn't that idolatry? You're putting something else other than Yahweh Bashim Yahushai at the forefront of your day. Let's keep going. Again, we'll seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies, because prophecies is all that matters. What is the testimony of Yahweh Shai? It's the spirit of prophecy. Let's get it, actually. But before I do that, let me keep going. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, in Psalm 68, it talks about the parables and the deep, dark sayings that our people have foretold since the beginning of this whole entire world. Everything that we understand right now, when it comes to certain parables that Yahweh Shai spoke about, you know, parables of the talents, parables of the mustard seed, all these various parables, we look to as a guidance to where we are and how we conduct ourselves in this wicked society. Because it's only going to get worse over time, and it doesn't matter how these people feel about, you know, righteousness being a problem. You know, we don't like the right way. Because you got to understand that this whole society is all about wickedness, and we understand that. Prophecies, speaking, the fact that we understand that Yahweh Shai was actually here 2 days ago. We know his true name. We know the Heavenly Father's name at that. We have a lot of understanding, and this is where wisdom is dwelt. It says in the book of Proverbs chapter 1 that she uttereth her voice in the streets, in the chief place of concourse. She's not ducked off in some location where she can't be seen. Sophia is right here in the public eye. As much as people want to act like, oh, it's so far gone, how people want to act stupid when it comes to the truth, it's all good. Because at the end of the day, this knowledge that we have is only for a select few people. And the Wadi Yahweh should get on shot for that. Because it allows us to Adorat Zak, be safe from what's to come. Because we come out here not to be seen of men, we come out here to actually make our bodies a living sacrifice for what's to come in the near future. Jacob's trouble is going to come, man. Destruction is going to come upon America. America is the last place that a lot of these proud people literally expect to be destroyed. And the Wadi Yahweh Shai, that we got the knowledge to proclaim his word. Just like it says in Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh. So it's not just all about eating and drinking, all that nonsense. It's not nonsense, but you know what I mean. You have to have wisdom. Just like it says in the book of Sirach, chapter 17, it's not just about having the 5 senses, because that's what Esau has promoted. You know, smell, taste, touch, feel, hear. Now there's 2 more senses. That's speech and understanding. And they don't want to talk about that in elementary school. And it's no coincidence how in elementary school we learn about the 5 senses, but they never tell us about the 2 others. That's crazy. Verse 2. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. Exactly. All the dark sayings that we now know, we understand. You know, the book of Daniel, certain parts of the Apocrypha, we have a strong understanding to all these things. And it's all good. It's all good if some people don't want to get it. The sweat is off me. The blood is off my hand. And Yahweh Shai has made it abundantly clear who's going to get it and who's not going to get it. Who's chosen and who's not chosen. We're not worried about everybody. A lot of people are actually supposed to get put to death. Our job is very simple. Preach the good news, which is the gospel of Yahweh Shai, and let everything else play out. Let everything else fall into certain places. Because the Lord, he's going to do a number on you people. A lot of y'all literally were just born to get destroyed, man. That's how cold the Lord is. And shout out to Brother Yahweh. He always says, you want to see how cold the Lord is? And he's very cold. He's very gruesome. And he will mess you up if you don't believe in his word. Let's keep going. Verse 3. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. Exactly, in dark parables. That's all that matters in this day and age. You have to wait until I finish reading the scriptures, man. You don't just say, excuse me, man. You see me preaching the word, but you want to say, excuse me. Goddamn, you don't mind? Ugly ass, satanic ass beast. Let's keep going. Verse 4. He shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he had tried the good and the evil among men. Exactly. Wisdom dwells within, not a vessel that's given unto sin, unto malice, unto wickedness. Nothing like that can dwell in such a vessel, man. That's why Yahweh Shai is justified in killing a lot of you people. Because y'all don't care about nothing but wickedness. Just look at everything that's literally promoted in the society. Sodomy, adultery, just all forms of wickedness. But it's all good because somebody has to be saved. Somebody has to get what's coming to them. And everybody's going to have a price to pay. If I'm not mistaken, Brother Mashak put up a video about that. We all going to have to answer to something. Whether it was in wickedness or whether it was in righteousness. Everybody got to pay a price. Everybody has to pay a tithe. Galatians chapter 6 and 7 talks about that. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Let me get this. In the book of Revelation, chapter 19, and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is our testimony. By what? Worship Yahweh for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, who you people call Jesus Christ, who is not a white man, by the way, a very dark-skinned black man, as you would call, an African American. That's Yahweh Shai. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. That's what we all care about. The elect of the nation of Israel. That's what they all care about. Prophecy. Seeing all these things come to pass. You see, you got a fake Jew right there. That's Amalek. We're telling them to their face, you're not the real Jews. Actually, you're the sons of Shaitan, the synagogue of Satan. Revelation chapter 2 and 9, Revelation 3 and 9, we found out who you are. And the parables are completely clear to us. And we don't care if you get it or not. All that matters is the elect of the nation of Israel. And all you heathens, get ready for slavery, especially so-called white people. You're Edomites. Y'all deserve to know your nationality. Because in the land of our captivity, everything's upside down. Nobody knows who they are. But don't worry, we're going to figure it out for you. It's already been figured out through the mouth of the prophets, through our elders, starting with Abba Bivens, who was Elijah, and John the Baptist himself. We have an understanding to all these things. The Wadi Halba Shimon Shad. Let me get this. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It's very scary. And a lot of these people, they were created for the sword. So because of that, good for their asses. A lot of these people don't deserve the wisdom that we have. They don't deserve to acknowledge us, man. Because all of y'all just fuel for the fire. And the Lord is ready to reap what exactly has been sown in Babylon the Great. Wickedness, deceit, deception, lies, manipulation. That's all been literally predicated all across Babylon the Great. Because of who? The so-called white man. Y'all messed up society. Now society's going to mess up you. Preach. Through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You see? We told the devil exactly what's the truth. And he said, preach. So what am I telling you? Only the truth. But y'all don't like that. It's a problem. And that's okay. It's all right. The truth hurts a lot of people. But those who have the ears to hear, those who are predestined to understand the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, they're good to go. All we got to do is preach the word. And once shit hits the fan, all across the four corners of the earth, and man, it's going to be lights off for all you wicked-ass people, man. Not honoring our God. And there is no other God but Yahweh. And his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. And it's a fearful thing. Y'all think everything's a joke right now. But when it gets bad out here, you can literally not have anything in your stomach. You're not going to have anything to drink. You're going to be all damaged, man. Y'all not ready for what's to come to America. Babylon the Great is literally a sinking ship. It's on life support. And these proud people, they can't even see it. And you know why? Because Esau, Edom, he blinded their eyes. He blinded their ears. They're literally deaf spiritually. They're literally blind spiritually. And it's all good. Again, we don't care about the rest of you people. All we care about is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and his servants sealing the elect and getting out of here. Because a lot of you people, again, y'all just wicked. And we don't care about anything else but literally destruction upon you people. Because y'all haven't changed. Let me get this in the book of Matthew. Let me get this actually. In Acts chapter 5. Well, you know what? I'll get it a little later. I'll get this. Acts chapter 3, verse 23. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. And you best believe there's too many Israelites on this planet. We're the sands of the sea. And it talks about in the book of Sirach as well. Hosea chapter 1 and 10. You know what? Let me get it actually. I was reading it the other day and I was like, yo, there you go. The nation of Israel, we can't be counted. There's way too many of us. The book of Sirach, chapter 1. Verse 2. Who can number the sand of the sea and the drops of rain and the days of eternity? Only Yahweh Bashim Yahushai can do that. The Lord knows everything. He knows our hearts. He knows who's who in the reincarnation. He knows exactly who's ruling this current world right now. The worst man in existence, Esau Edom. Our wicked, evil twin brother is ruling right now. And he's not ruling in righteousness. And just like that video the other day that I had watched, and I'm pretty sure other Akimas saw as well, yo, this man really hates nature. He's literally everything contrary to life. He hates life. He's the harbinger of death. And he can't be satisfied. And the Lord is literally ready to destroy the so-called white man off the face of this earth, man. For what they've done to our people, what they've done to the planet itself, deforestation, the air polluted, the ozone's destroyed. Listen, you're literally walking on concrete, which is not good for you. You're supposed to be walking on soil, on fertile land. But you've been duped by so many times across the four corners of the earth by the same man who's ruling right now that this is normal. This is not normal. This is all a facade of what life is. It's all a facade of what's really to come in the kingdom of heaven. Because all of this, all these calamities, is going to be a thing of the past soon enough, man. And the Lord is ready to do it, man. He's ready to reap the harvest. Let me keep going. Let me read it again, though. Acts chapter 3 and verse 23. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. You're going to be cut off completely. In the book of Proverbs, it talks about the expectation of the righteous is good, gladness. But the expectation of the wicked is wrath. And they're going to be cut off from the face of this earth. Because they've been ruling for too long. And the Lord, again, is justified in really knocking your heads out, man. Nothing is good right now. Where's the form of righteousness? Where's judgment, man? Where's judgment for a sodomite? Where's judgment for the same people who are always talking about, yeah, I'm this good person. I'm such a great person. Well, are you executing judgment of the Lord? Are you doing that? Oh, you're not actually. So there is no righteousness in the society. It's just literally polluted of darkness, man. Let me get this in the book of Job. Hey, Tawada, brothers. And Shalom to Sis Athena Padril. Shalom to Malak La'ab. Yahweh Bashim Shai Brakatam. I'm going to get your scriptures right now. I'm going to just get this real quick. In the book of Job. Job chapter 10. Verse 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Literally, everything's upside down, Babylon the Great. What's right is considered left. What's left is considered right. These people don't know their own asses, its own back, man. It's only getting worse in Babylon the Great. And they really think this is the end-all, be-all of society. Well, y'all literally have been duped about our wicked, evil twin brother. As much as y'all want to save the society, talk about make America great again, we're not going to make America great again. It's going to fall by the edge of the sword. Yahweh Shai can't wait to reap the harvest. Because look at all the wickedness that he has promoted. Look at all these people literally being prideful without no care in the world that America's falling right now as we speak. You know what's crazy? Just look at all the ancient civilizations of old, man. All the ancient kingdoms. There's a common denominator among all of them. They've all been destroyed. They've all fallen. What's so different about America? Babylon the Great. Babylon's going to fall shortly. It's just a matter of time. And we can't wait for it. Again, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and in the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. And that's exactly what's going on in America. You see, people don't care about Yahweh Shem Shai. So what they got to say about anything, we don't seek their validation. We don't seek their approval. Because look, they eat pork, man. A lot of these people, they be eating some real abominations. Pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. They don't keep the Shabbat. They don't keep the new moon. So anything they got to say about anything is irrelevant. They can celebrate Christmas, celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate Valentine's Day, July 4th, Labor Day. All these various days that have nothing to do with the Lord. And that's why the Lord is going to come back with a vengeance. And he's going to come back with his son, man. Yahweh Shai is going to put in pain on you people. Because it's too dark in the society. Yeah, the weather's getting better right now. Things seem pretty good. But this whole place is literally covered in darkness. Darkness is everywhere. But y'all don't care about that. And that's okay. We can't wait to see the destruction of our enemies. Because they got a short time to live. Let me go in the book of Job, chapter 20. Verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Exactly, the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. We have the most hypocritical man in history that's literally ruling this entire earth with his sword. And he was blessed with that, pursuant to Genesis chapter 25. This man is insatiable. He can't go anywhere without destroying something. You so-called white people, y'all so insatiable, disgusting, man. It's literally like, it just makes you want to gag, bro. Because you know they're the worst people in existence. You know that they have nothing to offer but death itself. Everything contrary to life. And somehow our people look up to them. But don't worry, their triumphing is literally sure as hell. Bring this in a little bit. Should be better. Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Yeah, he's going to be like a pile of shit on the floor. This man is literally destined for literally complete, utter destruction. Just look at his track record. Even prior to Babylon the Great, look at the Greek Empire, and look what they did to the Israelites. And of course, you had some of our wicked people consenting to the religions of the Greeks, taking their customs, their traditions, their ways of life. But everything's not new under the sun. Everything's just be regenerated into a new fashion. They wanted us to follow them in the Greek Empire. And that's why when it talks about in Galatians 3:28, there's neither Jew nor Greek, there's neither bond nor free, there's neither male nor female, for ye are all one in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. That's talking about people that were in a Greek captive way of thinking, taking their morals, their values, their way of living, when it's literally all contrary to life itself. And I forgot, I know it's in the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 1, where it talks about how our people consented, or it could be in other chapters, but the point is, they wanted to be just like the Greeks, who were Edomites. We can't forget that, the so-called white people, and the Romans, all together. They just happen to have different empires back to back. Ain't nothing new under the sun. The Lord sees it, and he's not pleased with it. And that's why everything is justified when it comes to the destruction of all these wicked people, including our own people who don't want to get right with the Lord. And Tawadi Halba Shimei Shai, that everything that he's ever said in the scriptures, again, like Matthew chapter 4 verse 4 talks about, Matthew chapter 8, Salakia, Deuteronomy chapter 8 talks about. Every single word of the Lord is in here and it's going to come to pass. Let's get it actually. But before I do that, let's keep going. Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Exactly, and he's going to be chased away as a vision of the night. Because the Lord is tired of you so-called white people. All y'all do, y'all act so innocent right now. Y'all act like y'all didn't hurt a bug in your lives. But your whole track record since 1776 says otherwise. Even prior to that, around 1450, when the Portuguese, which we call their Edomites, they literally went to the west coast of Africa, took Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and they took them all throughout the four corners of the earth. Because contrary to popular belief, it was not the Spaniards that started it. It was the Portuguese. They're devils as well. But the point is, it's been going on for a very long time. Ain't nothing new, man. Again, let's keep going. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. Exactly. And there's going to be a lot of people, heathens, Edomites, includes Hamites, Jebusites, all kinds of nations are going to come across the altar, and they're going to want to offer goods to us. Because they're going to understand that what we've been talking about for this long, a very long time, since the foundation of this earth, the prophets have been telling the truth this whole time. Even though y'all persecuted us, y'all told us, yo, we crazy, we're psychos, we're terrorists. Now, y'all actually the crazy ones though. Because y'all don't love life. We're the ones that actually love life in this society. Everybody else, y'all just literally love death as much as y'all want to act like y'all don't. Y'all know why? Because y'all not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shimei Shai. Let me get this actually. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8. Verse 34. You know what? Let me start at 33. Hear instruction and be wise. Refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. And that's what we do. Every time we come out here, make our bodies a living sacrifice, we're waiting at the doorsteps of Yahweh Shimei Shai. Wherever the prophets are, wherever the Spirit literally tells them to go, that's where the doors are. Let's keep going. For whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh Shimei Shai. Hey, yeah, we seek life. There's no literally life being promoted in this society. There's literally wickedness all over the place. And we know it, we see it. And that's why we have a problem with this society. And you know, a lot of Israelites, and I'm talking about those not in the circumcision, they want to talk about taking up arms, taking up weapons against their enemies. Did you know literally none of that matters? The Edomites, they don't care about your weapons, bro. They care about the fact that you know who you are, and that's a problem. When you proudly proclaim yourself as a Hebrew Israelite, oh, that's a problem. When you're an Israelite, oh, that's a problem. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, when you proclaim yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite, oh man, all lights are off, bro. It's a problem. And that's okay, because we counted the cost. We got persecuted. We might get fired at our jobs. Whatever the case is, we know what we signed up for. And the Lord is literally okay with that, because he's going to bless us sevenfold, no matter what. Let's keep going. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. So if you hate the Lord, you love death. End of story. We don't have to go too deep into it with you. Just like Moses said, choose this day life or death. Which one are you going to choose? I want to choose life. I hate death. I don't want to even taste death. And Yahweh Shai said that there be some standing here that shall not taste death. And that's the elect of the nation Israel. Everybody else, man, y'all just done, man. Y'all just shit. And the Lord knows that. Let me see what y'all got. Shalom, Tzitaham Wam Love. Brother Angel Padilla, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakatam. Let me get some scriptures now. Psalms 24 and 27 and 4. One thing I have desired of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, that will I seek after. Exactly. We're seeking after what the Lord wants. Now we understand that we're in this flesh and we have certain fleshly desires, but we do our very best to sow to the spirit. Because we understand that literally sowing to the flesh is just going to reap corruption. It's going to reap everything that's related to death. And we don't want death. We want a life. This society always promotes death, never life, man. Let me keep going. That I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. Exactly. And it talks about how King David said, I'd rather dwell in the kingdom, or so to speak. I gotta get it actually. Let me get it. I gotta get it. I don't want to butcher it. I gotta get it. Yep, right here. Psalms 84 and 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of Yahweh than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. And that's exactly how I think. That's exactly how certain brothers think. We don't want to dwell here. Oh, you want to prosper in wickedness? And you know for a fact that a lot of our people, when they do prosper in wickedness, it's only but for a moment. And the Lord knows that. The Lord knows that there's an expiration date to wickedness. Because of course, everything has an expiration date. Everything has an end to it, man. There's a limit. All this wickedness that goes about in society, it has an end expiration. As much as people want to act like it has no end, no, it has an end. Righteousness is going to reign. And it doesn't matter how you people feel about it. Again, as long as you see the prophets out in the highways and hedges, there's going to be a problem. We are a problem. And I like being a problem. You know how people want to stay away from conflict? They want to stay from confrontation. They want to stay away from rocking the boat, so to speak. Now I'm all for it. I'm ready to rock the boat. And that's what we're doing in the spirit. Rocking the boats of this evil, wicked society. Again, because we hate everything here. Psalms 84 and 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of Yahweh than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. I'd rather be a doorkeeper. Just like that. How much more, man? Right now. How much more in the ancient world compared to now? It's gotten worse over time. Wickedness is not getting any better. But you proud people, I can't seem to understand that. And it's all good. In the time of Esdras, wickedness was multiplying. Let me get this actually. Salakia. You gotta bear with me. My hand is just on a different level of pain right now. Second Esdras 14 and 11. For the world hath lost its youth, and the times begin to wax old. And that was during Ezra's time, man. 2,300 years ago. Ezra was alive, he was well, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai was working with him. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are already gone, and half of a 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. So we're already in the 12th part, man. We're so close, but we have to keep going. Keep working for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because it's not going to get any better in this society. Hey, look, if anybody has trust in Babylon the Great, you are a lost cause, and the Lord is going to freaking destroy your ass completely, utterly annihilate you. Because what purpose do you have being alive, man? Nothing. That's what it is. Now therefore, set thine house in order, and approve thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. That's what we do. When we make our bodies a living sacrifice, make ourselves dead to this world, dead to all the bullshit, dead to all the payments, dead to all the false gods, dead to all the taxation, dead to everything that's contrary to life itself, dead to everything that does not believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We don't care about this society. Hey, look, I can care less about what these people got to say. A lot of these people eat pork. They eat pigs. Again, this is the society we live in, where righteousness is not dwelling. But we got to reprove our people, those who are supposed to get this message, the elect, that is, of the nation of Israel, which is a very, very small population. Let's keep going. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. Put off that weak nature, the flesh. Because the flesh always wants to be desiring something, man. It wants you to desire that car over there. Probably a good-looking woman. Probably a nice car. Hey, the flesh wants a lot of things, but the spirit is what matters the most. The spirit is actually what's going to elevate you. It's going to make you successful. In Joshua 1 and 8, it talks about that. If you do the book, everything that's written in this book, you're going to prosper. You're going to be successful. But if you have faith and trust in this society, you're going to fall. Horribly at that. Because everybody that comes against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, every single person is going to fall. That's a fact. And there's no way that what he said is not true. It's all faithful. It's all true. And we don't give a rat's ass about how y'all feel about it. Again, the word of the Lord is going to go forth everywhere. Let's keep going. Verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter. It's going to get more wicked over time. Again, we are so blessed beyond measure. The fact that we know exactly what's happening upon this earth. When it comes to prophecy, knowing that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, we know exactly what's going on this earth. Most of these people really just focused on the bullshit of the society. TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, everything that gives you that dopamine shot. You know, the ultimate dopamine shot is knowing wisdom. The keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Being a righteous person in this society. Standing up for our God, no matter what. No matter what trial comes upon us, we take it cheerfully. Sirach chapter 2. Because somebody got to get saved. Hey, listen, somebody got to get saved, man. That's a fact. It's not a matter of opinion. That's a matter of a fact. And the Lord has promised those who are to serve him in truth and in sincerity, and they're going to get saved from what's to come in the near future. Babylon the Great is on a sinking ship, and it's literally at the very bottom right now. And these people, they can't see it. And the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that we're able to see everything for what it truly is. When you have this wisdom, you're blessed beyond measure, man. We know who the heathens are. We know who we are, being the nation of Israel. Sirach chapter 10 talks about how he that is poor, he's not really honored than that person who's honored in riches. But when the roles are reversed, yo, it's lights out, man. It's over. It's game over. Everybody loves seeing an Israelite at their peak. Everybody loves listening to so-called black and Hispanic people. Every invention was made by our people, but they don't want to give us credit though. They always want to say, oh, the so-called white man invented this. The so-called white man invented that. They didn't invent shit, but steal from our people, and then they claim that as their own. There's so many inventions, like the traffic light. What else? There's so many different things. The elevators, the refrigerators, the light bulb. All these various things have been created by our people, but we don't get the credit for it. And that's why the Lord is justified in killing y'all. And we can't wait for that, man. Again, let me read it one more time. Verse 16, or verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Hey, a lot of evils are going to befall you people, man. We can't wait for that shit. Let me get some water real quick. Greater evils. A lot of bad calamities are going to come upon you people. And y'all want to act like nothing bad is going to happen, but eventually it's going to come upon y'all, and then y'all going to faint. You're going to literally lose all hope when shit hits the fan. Y'all not ready for what's to come. And that's why we come out here every single time we can, through the spirit and power of our Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do as best as we can to make our calling and election sure. Because somebody has to be saved from the calamity that's coming upon this earth. I know I want to. I don't just labor for no reason. I'm laboring to make sure that I can get saved, and whoever pertains unto me can get saved as well. It's not this really difficult thing to understand. But you see, our people, the love for this world, the love for all the things that this society has promoted, it's all infatuated them. It's blinded them. Matthew chapter 24 talks about it. Let me see. Shalom, brother Enos. Your wits is our war. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakatam. Look at this. Hey, the water for the precepts, brothers. But I'm really trying to hit certain points. And I'm trying to abstain from using the scriptures on the feed. But whatever is on the feed, I'll check it out and see if it goes right along with the lesson through the spirit. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted, the water, brother, from earlier. Psalm 78 and 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. Exactly, we're uttering the dark sayings of old. And the prophets, they made it abundantly clear. Like, you see that person right there? Those are Amalekites. We know who we are, being the nation of Israel. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The greatest people on this planet. But our people have no understanding as to who they are. They've been lost. That's why they're called the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And Yahweh Shai said, only go to them. Don't go to the Samaritans. Because at that time, the Samaritans were the Hamites. And the 10 tribes, they went to Arsrith a long time ago. Now we understand that a few of them had stayed in Israel. A few of them had stayed in that area, which we call today the Middle East. Because in the ancient world, there was no such thing as the Middle East. It's a brand new term. Because here's the thing. If the Middle East is real, I want to know about the Middle North, the Middle South, and the Middle West. You see how stupid that sounds? Because it's not true. It's not a nationality. Again, the same man who tells you that the earth is 5 trillion years old is the same man that's telling you falsehood, who's telling you lies, deception, deceit. And he's proud to be that way. He's literally okay with telling you lies. The earth is not 10 billion years old or some dumb shit like that. It's far from that. The earth is around 12,000 years old when you do the math and you read the scriptures. But you see, our people have such a strong infatuation and love for their oppressors. Jeremiah 2:14, it goes straight into that. The same people who are supposed to be the rulers of this world are the same people that are under his foot. Now the elect, they're far away from that shit. We know exactly what's going on. Adon Ratzazak would I be of the elect. and the Akim that I rock with be the elect as well. Because we want nothing to do with society no more. Our treasures and our thought processes is in the heavens. We're dead to this world. We're dead to everything in society. We don't care. The dollar is going to collapse. The dollar is losing its value. It's already lost its value. That's a fake Jew right there. We're the real Jews. The blacks, West Indians, and the Haitians. Hey, wisdom is right here, baby. It's right here, uttering her voice. And those who hate wisdom, you're a walking dead corpse. Let me get that actually. But before I do that, let me get Matthew chapter 24.
Don't try to sound all
Verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Exactly. During the times of Noah, literally everybody was just enjoying themselves just like today. Having a good old time, being very merry, enjoying a little drink here and there. But no understanding, no wisdom as to what was to come later on during Noah's time. That a whole flood destroyed everything on this earth. A whole flood destroyed everybody, man. And you best believe that a lot of these pre-flood people, they're back here once again. The same people who were during Sodom and Gomorrah, they're back here once again. Being worse than ever, though. A lot worse. And people are just living it up like it's all good. And you know what's cold, too? The fact that they'll mock us, they'll probably scoff at us, a few people here and there. But little do they know that the same lot that the prophets had is the same thing we're doing right now. And they can't even see it, man. They're so blind by the stupidity of the society, man. And it's not going to get any better for you people. If you're a so-called black person, you're an Israelite. You're a great person, a great man, a special people. But you see, our people, they don't care about this knowledge. And that's why the Lord is justified in literally eradicating y'all, bro. Because y'all not going to get it now unless the so-called white man tells you that. Craziness. Let me keep going, though. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. The same exact way. No different. You best believe that everybody's just so caught up with the society, paying bills. What else? Having a good old time. Which, let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with having a fun time. I love to have a good time. I love to have a good laugh. But there's a balance to it. You got to know when to refrain, and then you got to know when to attack. That's wisdom. That's wise. And a wise man knows when he slips. Every wise man knows exactly what's going on. And that's why we say the water Yahawah Shemiah Shai for the Rakakudash, that we have an understanding as to how to operate in the society. Because we've got to use this world, we're not going to abuse it though. You see, they're all invested in this earth. They're all invested in this current world and everything that it offers. And it's not going to get any better. That's why a lot of rich people, very wealthy people, they have so much money, so much prosperous. They have a lot of properties, riches and wealth. But they off themselves at the end of the day. Because they actually are not physically rich. They're not spiritually rich. Salakia. They're not spiritually rich. They have no faith. They gave themselves over to Shaitan. And that's Yahweh's work. Because we all know that Shaitan is the left-handed son of Yahweh. And the right-handed son is Yahweh Shai. But people don't understand that. They don't know that. They don't know what Job is talking about. They think that Shaitan is just his own entity and that he rebelled against Yahweh. Now that's all Christian fables. It's all Christian bullshit. You people don't know exactly what's going on when wisdom is really easy to understand. It's not hard. But again, only a few can understand what is being talked about. The rest of y'all just lost. End the story. Shalom to Ariel Yasharallah. Yahawah Shemiah Shai Barakatah. again, verse 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, the same exact way. You know, the spirit has changed up a little bit. You know, I noticed this so quickly too at that. You have people acting like it's all funny, it's all happy-go-lucky right now. It's all, you know, just have a fun time, have a merry old good time. Again, ain't nothing wrong with that in balance. But at the same time, y'all are actually complaining about this current society. These people are not happy. Are you happy? You happy? Nah, that's a lie. I don't believe him. I don't believe him one bit. We have to pay a lot of bills. We have to literally go to do so many different things to keep up with payments. We see wickedness all over the place. And let me say this. They may act like it's all good, like he said he's happy. No, he's not. We know he's not. It's all a facade. And if he's happy because wickedness is prospering. Wickedness is all over the place. But we're not happy. Now, I'm happy on the contrary to the fact that I know this whole society is going to be eviscerated. And the Lord is ready to reap the harvest. Because as much as they want to act like it's all good, it's all handy and dandy right now, but soon enough, all of this is going to be a thing of the past. All of it. So why do you help Hashem Yahweh Shai for that? Let me get this. The book of Psalms. (91:1). He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Yahweh shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Exactly. And we're in the secret places. Everything that's right here, the secret places, we're hiding. You see, and you know what's cold about it too? You would want to inquire about what's happening, what I'm talking about, but people don't even want to do that. That's how you know we're actually hiding. We're easily seen by everybody, but we're actually spiritually not being seen at the same time. And that's how you know the remnant is so small, is so short. And the Lord is ready to harvest. Because a lot of you people, you're full of death. All you care about is death. And as much as y'all want to act like y'all don't, y'all really do. We see right through you people. We see how y'all really talk. Like the other day, I got a coworker. Yo, bro, he's talking about he is popping some man's wife. And the man's okay with that. Yo, that's adultery, bro. Yo, when I was hearing that, I was vexed. And this was a Zebulonite. He's like, yo, bro, that was so... I'm like, no. In the back of my head, I'm like, that's adultery. That's Leviticus chapter 20 and 10. All of them are supposed to get put to death. Conspiring with such a disgusting evil act. That's wicked. And it's all over the earth. Especially in the heart of Babylon, in New York City. You people are disgusting, man. And that's why the Lord is justified in really knocking your heads all the way in. Seeing blood splattered all over the place. Because there's no righteousness in the society. All they care about is wickedness. Let me keep going. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in Him will I trust. And we don't trust in our weapons. We don't trust in anything in the society. Isaiah 31 talks about don't trust in Egypt. Don't trust in Babylon the Great. This society is crumbling. Financially, morally, especially morally. Again, when I heard that, I was just disgusted all the way, bro. Disgusted. Adultery is just promoted here. And sodomite. Shit, man. Craziness. I'm going to read it again. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in Him will I trust. We don't trust in anything here. We understand that the dollar has lost its value. These people are far gone. They have no understanding as to what's going on all across the four corners of the earth. Just like Brother Ariyah said the other time, I remember, and I tested this fact out. You ask a person what's happening across, Europe, Asia, the Pacific Islands, Africa, South America, Central America, they don't know what's going on. they don't care. And it's literally the same exact spirit of Noah once again on the earth. And the Lord is justified in killing you people. And we can't wait for that. Again, Noah's ark is right here. The prophets are many Noahs on this earth as we speak. Wherever they may be, the prophets are plainly wherever you can see them. Out in the highways and hedges. And we can't wait for that fire to hit, bro. It's going to be something that's so catastrophic. You're literally going to be beat into a powder of dust, man. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. Nuclear missiles are going to hit Babylon the Great. And every single wicked person, especially our people who don't want to repent from their wicked ways, the Lord is going to destroy you easily. The Lord is not just a man that's very compassionate. The Lord is not just about, love, love, love. That's a false balance. The Lord is also about hatred. He's also about enacting vengeance upon people. Isaiah 61 talks about that. Let me see if there's anything else you brothers got. Let me get Isaiah 61. I'll get straight to the point though. You know what? Let me get this actually. Isaiah 59 and 15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. There's no judgment. And the Lord loves judgment. Psalms 37. Plain as day. The Lord loves judgment, and he's known by the judgment which he executes. When you see somebody literally get annihilated by a car accident, you see somebody get completely stabbed to death in a gruesome way, you see somebody get shot in the head, the Lord is responsible for that. And he loves to do it. You know why? Because he's the Lord. And the Lord loves to kill people. That's the Lord I serve. Not the God loves everybody bullshit. What Christianity propped up. It's all fake. It's a facade. It's not true. Verse 16. And he saw that there was no man and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore, his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness it sustained him. And that's what sustains us. Remaining righteous in this wicked society. Because it's not going to get any better, man. It's only escalating into be more wicked. And really through the Spirit, we've already reached the height of wickedness, bro. You brothers, y'all already know that. We reached the height of wickedness. It's getting worse. Yo, bro, there's sinners everywhere. It's not getting better. It's getting more worse. People just don't care anymore about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And our people are just the main components to doing wickedness at that, bro. Crazy. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 5 because I'm on it. See if there's any more precepts or the ones that I saw earlier are good to go with what I want to talk about. Let me get that actually. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Exactly. We speak exactly what's in the scriptures. And you know what's crazy? When you talk to a Christian and you bring certain precepts out, certain prophecies out, the law, oh, that's a problem. They don't want to talk about it. They just want they want to pick your brain. That's all they want to do. They don't want to talk about the scriptures. They want to talk about their vain imaginations. And we all know that the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Jeremiah 17:9. Plain and easy to understand. You see, but the basic Christian, all these Christians, whether they're Edomites, Israelites, Moabites, Ammonites, they're all wicked and they can't see it. And that's why, really, when a scoffer comes up, when anybody comes up on some stupid shit, just read the scriptures. There's really no point in talking to them. Because when you resist the devil, then he's going to flee. I believe that's 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Jeremiah 5. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Verse 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. Exactly. Your sins have withholden good things from you. The things that actually prosper you, you literally just said, nah, I want nothing to do with that. I'm good, Lord. Yahweh, I want nothing to do with that. Yahweh, I don't care about that. I just want to be wicked. That's what the Israelites said, especially in the wilderness. We were there for 40 years. 40 years. And we still got destroyed. A large remnant of Israelites got destroyed. And y'all still can't seem to understand that. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher. All these tribes, they can't seem to understand that the Lord withholding all these good things because of your sins. Let's keep going. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich. And our people, they love this society. Just like the other day when I talked about how that woman, she literally said, I have faith in Donald Trump. I have faith in America. You are crazy beyond measure. Verse 28. They are waxing fat, yea, they shine. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge? Exactly. They don't want to judge righteously. Everything that's about righteousness and its sake, our people say, nah, I want nothing to do with that. And you know what's the cold part about it, bro? The fact that our people, they have a small inkling, a small understanding as to keeping the laws within their inward parts. They don't know, completely in their minds, but they have a small inkling to be righteous. Not to deal with the woman when she's on her period, so on and so forth, things of that nature, like various minor laws. Now, of course, not one jot nor one tittle shall no wise pass from the law, so all be fulfilled. And he that keepeth not the least of these commandments shall be the least in the kingdom. I'm giving an example about the fact that even the very small scriptures about certain keepings of the law, our people know that. Because they are the Israelites. That's why. Plain as day. Easy to understand. Let me keep going. Shall I not visit for these things? Saith Yahweh, shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Exactly. The Lord has to avenge our people for what they've done. Because our people, they know exactly who they're supposed to serve. They know who they're supposed to be seeking when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, and insight as to who they are and where they come from and where they can possibly be in the near future. Our people are just, they act like they're stupid, but they're really not, bro. Now, let me say this. It goes both ways. They are sought as children when it comes to having the understanding of wickedness, but when it comes to righteousness, they want to stay away from that. Being righteous? Nah, I'm good, bro. Nah, I want to stay away from that. That's our people. And that's why the Lord is justified in killing a lot of you Israelites. 12 tribes. All 12 tribes. Hey, Shalom to Ashrakal, Sagala Barakim, the Zakwan, Yahweh Shimyan Shai Brakatam. All they got is John 3:16. Yeah. Out of context, exactly. Neither Jew nor Greek, man nor woman, so-called Jesus did away with the law. God is just love. Shake my fucking head. Lost as hell. Hashtag. Yeah. That's our people. Just love, love, love. Yo, where has love gotten you within the past 600 years? Wait. Nowhere. That's the answer. Now, somehow, when the oppressor said, okay, we're not going to hurt these niggas no more, we've done our job. We've made them believe that they're so-called black people, Hispanic people, Native Americans. We made them believe that. So let's leave them alone now. Because now they want to be like us. Just like that song. They not like us. And Esau knows that at the very base of his heart. He knows that we are those people, the greatest people on this planet. But he wants to act like he doesn't know that. It's only you Israelites. You know what's funny? Not to segue too much away from my main point. It's only Edomites and our people in Babylon that have accepted the fact that they are, what, a black person, a Hispanic person, whatever. Outside of this country, everybody knows who you are. They know what you're about. They know you're supposed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of your God. Again, but you're lost. You have no understanding as to who you are. And the prophets have made it abundantly clear as to telling you who you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be uplifting. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But that's too much for the nation of Israel. But our hearts, Lord willing, we be the elect. We want to be saved from all the calamities. And we want to be future judges on this earth. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 3. And verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And we're not going to allow nobody to take our crown. That crown of life that we so want so bad, we're not going to allow nobody. Nobody is going to do what they can to come against us and to falling out of this truth. Hell no. What do you want to prosper in this society for? What are you looking for? You want to sow to wickedness? Is that what it is? You want to be evil? Okay, that's all right. But when you get melted by the Lord, pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 22, hey, you heard the message. You heard you're an Israelite. You don't repent, come back to your power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, death unto you. May the Lord literally annihilate you and everybody that you love. If you're a so-called black person, you're an Israelite. Because it's 2025, you calling yourself a black person, you stupid as hell. I'm going to just say it's plain like that, bro. A black person. Even though your skin is brown, though. Just madness. It makes no sense. Because this is what we want. Verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, Yahweh. And he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem. And we want New Jerusalem. Hey, the Lord is going to bring about New Jerusalem, the kingdom of heaven. We're going to get it. Contrary to popular belief, the same people you call niggas, spicks, and wetbacks, yo, we're going to control this all earth, all the resources. Hey, listen, you so-called white people, you're going to build up the kingdom of heaven, boy. You better work out really hard. You better start doing cardio. You better start eating right. Because those of you who actually survived the nuclear missiles, the race wars, the apocalypse, hey, it's going to be over. Game over for every single last one of y'all. Keep going. Which cometh down out of heaven from my God Yahweh, and I will write upon him my new name. We're going to know Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai at the end of the day. And we know him right now. This is a very small segment of spiritual power. And what they say in the world, knowledge is power. That's a fact. Knowledge is power. Knowing who we are, know what you people are. Hey, hey, the Wadi Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we know exactly what's going on throughout the four corners of the earth. And we see that prophecy is speaking. And we're going to continue Adon Ratazak, endure unto the end. And make sure that we keep Psalms 51 in our inward parts as well. You know, take not the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Kodash from me, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Let me see if there's anything else. Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Exactly. How people spoiled beyond measure. They love Babylon. They love wickedness. They can't see anything else but this society and all the bullshit that it upholds. Everything that's contrary to life itself, They love to uplift it. And that's why the Lord is justified in that nuclear missile, that nuclear apocalypse, literally setting your heads and smashing against concrete. If you don't happen to make it to the missiles. And it's going to happen. And I'm going to close out with Jeremiah 14:2, verse 3. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. And their nobles have sent their little ones to the waters. They came to the pits and found no water. They returned with their vessels empty. They were ashamed and confounded and covered their heads. Exactly. Ashamed, no understanding as to who they are. You see, because in the ancient world, our people knew who they were. Everybody understood you're by the lineage of your father. Whatever your father is, that's who you are. You are who your father is because your father carries the seed. A woman does not determine your nationality. She's just bringing forth life. And there's this whole debate online about, yo, you are a mixed person. There's no such thing as a mixed person. That's a new thing that Esau Edom created. And what's cool about it is that he knows that you are who your father is. But he wants to play stupid with you Israelites. And he duped y'all so easily. And the Lord is justified in the fact that you don't want to seek out this knowledge. You don't want to seek out the wisdom of who you are, where you come from, why you're here in Babylon. He's just going to nuke you out of existence. If you don't go through the race wars, the famines, or the deathly hollows that's going to hit Babylon. The Lord is justified in nuking your ass and messing you up as a result of your wickedness and knowledge of not knowing who you are. Let's keep going. Jake is dumb as fuck. Excuse my French. Yeah, that's how we got to say it. And really, when you talk like that, when you tell our people, hey, if you don't repent, the Lord is going to kill you, your family, and everybody that you love, then they'll be like, whoa, what you talking about? Yeah, you're going to get put to death if you don't turn from your wickedness. It's that simple. It's not hard to get. Now, really, we don't even have to curse you out like that, bro. We really don't. Just our very presence alone lets you know that righteousness is going to reign and wickedness is going to fall. And the wadi how shy for this knowledge, man. Being able to know that everything in this society is going to crumble. Because we don't trust in society no more. It's waxing worse. It's waxing worse over time. And really, the real reason, well, it's not really the real reason, but, you know, me speaking as a man, the reason why our people love this society so much is because they love to be emboldened and being wicked. You know, committing adultery, you know, getting certain women, certain valuable possessions, all these various things. And of course, there's many examples, but it was just like the main things. You know, getting with another man's wife. Just crazy, wicked nonsense. And there's no judgment for that. And that's why we want to usher in the kingdom of heaven sooner rather than later. Because there's no judgment, there's no righteousness, and the future judges of this earth, they're out in the highways and hedges, making the bodies a living sacrifice. When shit hits the fan, and Adonai Tzak, yo, we get beamed up before all that shit happens. And even prior to that, we be hit away. Adonai Tzak. We hit away. We're like, yo, where were those guys that were preaching out there, prophesying? Where are the prophets? Nah, it's too late, buddy. You was talking a lot of crap about the Israelites, right? Now you're going to die in your sins. Specifically our people. All you heathens, y'all know nothing. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 talks about that. We're not worried about you heathens. You already know your fate. And you know what's crazy? There was an actual video, or not a video, but a show. It's an old show, man. It's called I forgot what it's called. I think it's called The Fairly Odd Parents. And basically, at the end of the show, you see a bunch of different nationalities. And they were waiting for, I think, Timmy Turner to finally come back to his remembrance to who he was. You know, because you have the 2 Fairly Odd Parents, they can grant you any wish that you want. And through those wishes, it's only for a certain period of time. And I think he went back to being his original estate. And then everybody, like different ethnicities, different, you know, Moabites, Ammonites, all these various nations, they were like, as an example, it was like, finally, you're back. We've been waiting for so long for you. And that's what all the heathens are waiting for. The nation of Israel to come back into their remembrance. Because everything is wailing. Isaiah 14 talks about that. The trees are wailing. The heathens, even though they want to act like they're all good, they're really not. And again, just like the brother, not a brother, but one of our people said, oh, he's happy. Yeah, you happy in wickedness. I get it. You happy that you can prosper in being an evil person. I get it. But everybody else, they're not happy. When you look at the statistics, America is becoming the most unhappy place ever. And you would think that in America, Babylon the Great, that things are all handy-dandy. Everybody's happy, positive. That's not true. It's just, it's tucked away where nobody can be seen. That's all it is. I'm going to enter through the Spirit. You know, Adonai Tzazak, me prophesying out here was uplifting, exhorting, and comforting. Adonai Tzazak, Lord willing, you were able to feel that way. But I'm going to turn towards the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. I want to say Shalom to the elect in the nation of Israel. Mawafla Babal, which is death to Babylon the Great. I want to say yet again, Shalom to the remnant, and Shalom to the elect. All right.